Now, John Paul is an initiated shaman, sacred pipe carrier and sight whisperer, and his documentary series, The Shaman and the Stones, is currently in production. Now, he's a very practical, common sense shaman, guiding these spiritually curious into transformational experiences with the natural and spiritual worlds. And as a sight whisperer and plant talker, he connects with spirits to identify extraordinary opportunities to experience profound connections. In this conversation, the first of many, we explore his unusual calling and pathway into the shaman's way. So many people having heard that word now, and it seems to have very many different interpretations. What's your interpretation? How would you define a shaman or shamanism?
Well, sure. Let's just dive into that part. I think that for me, shamanism have to be clear that it's not a religion, that it's a spiritual practice. So shamanism is a spiritual practice. You can be a Christian and a shaman. You can be any religion you want to be and a shaman, because it's your spiritual practice. It's not a religion. So I think that what shamans do is they have an ability to move between realities. So if you find out that you believe and you feel that there's more happening than just this 3D physical world, and you have an ability to move in between those worlds, that's the shamanic practice. So I think that mostly what we do as shamans is travel as an intermediary between worlds for the purpose of reharmonizing. So if you talk about shamanic healing, you're saying something's out, there's dis-ease, something's out of balance in the physical. So the shaman makes a journey to reharmonize that. If the land has been pillaged and destroyed, the shaman goes into that dimension of the physical realm of the earth to reharmonize. So it's about this ancient tradition of balance, and that we arrive at that balance because we work with unseen spirits, entities, ancestors. So to me, that's kind of what we're talking about in shamanism. And it's just one of those ancient ways of knowing that we've used forever. And there's evidence, if you look in history, they'll see a strange carving in an archaeological dig, and they'll say, oh, well, that was the shaman. Or they'll see, what was this space used for? Well, it was obviously for the shaman. So modern science is accepting the fact that this role of being this intermediary between worlds has existed forever.